lovelies. Well, it may not be morning for you actually while you're watching this, but it's morning here. I am introducing the wonderful Gavin from Intraceuticals.
Hello.
Who, as I've been asked by so many of you about what are my favourite products to use and how to use them, basically. So I'm going to run through. Gavin is going to explain to us about each individual product. It's actually quite simple. It's quite condensed, this step, isn't it? It's not too tricky.
Yeah, I mean, we believe in only having products that actually do something. And so we've created a very condensed system that's actually going to give you the result that you've come to love.
But you are all about hydration, aren't you?
Yeah. So we are an Australian-based brand. We were founded in 2002. And we're focused on, dehydration is the primary cause of the first signs of aging and also skin fatigue.
Yes.
So we can fill it, we can freeze it, we can pull it as tight as we want to go. If we don't address the hydration of the skin, you're still going to look older. And we don't want that. We want to make sure that skin integrity is taken care of.
So it's more like the plumpness that we're going for.
Yeah, exactly.
So we just want to look, it's just the youthful
a juicy, radiant, glowing, natural, dewy, gorgeous goddess look.
Okay, so before we get into the products, what separates you from all the other brands out there?
Okay, so we have been the pioneer of hydrodynamic skincare technology. Stack your skin with hydration.
Amazing.
Okay, and we work very synergistically and strategically with hyaluronic acid. Now, it's the kind of the buzzword in every product now, and nobody really knows what hyaluronic acid is.
But they've got it in makeup now.
They've got it in everything, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Hyaluronic acid is a naturally occurring molecule in the body. It binds water to itself, it surrounds our organs, the synovial fluid, all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
right?
Okay. The stuff we need.
The stuff we need.
To look young.
Exactly.
Right.
So when you see a baby born, fat and plump and gorgeous and lovely, and the older you get, and when you kind of hit middle age, your production of hyaluronic acid basically slows down to nil.
To nil?
To nil. I mean, scientists kind of debate how much we lose when we lose it, but usually when we get into adulthood, we stop producing it to the volume that we did, which is why we lose tone, elasticity, we get a bit more gaunt, we lose our contours around our cheek, and we kind of look a little dried out.
Is there a way naturally we can put it into our bodies?
I mean, I think there's sort of vitamins that you can do.
Right.
Drinking water is great for you, but hyaluronic acid, you're not going to replenish that without using some sort of exterior product.
No. Okay.
So one of the extreme cases of that are dermal fillers. So Juvederm, Restylane, Voluma, Perlane, all of those kind of things.
To try and plump out
it out.
Yes.
But it also kind of can give an unnatural look.
Yes, I have seen a lot of people with an unnatural look, and obviously that's not the goal.
So that's extreme, that's not the goal. We want to look natural, we want to look the best version of ourselves.
Okay,
so I just want to
So what sets you apart is the hydration.
It's the hydration.
Basically, in these simple steps, this is how we achieve that gorgeous plump.
So what we do, we have two kind of treatments that we offer. We have a professional treatment that you've already documented
yes,
on the channel.
So on another YouTube that I've shot, I did the Intraceuticals facials, which is the red carpet facial. Isn't it? So all the celebrities use it.
Everybody you can think of. I mean, go to intraceuticals.com to see the full testimonials. But everyone from Kim Kardashian to Katy Perry to Miley Cyrus, Justin Timberlake, Channing Tatum, it goes on and on. I had the great pleasure of getting Halle Berry ready for the Met Gala.
Yeah.
But I will say Waterhouse Young is a premier clinic for us. So we send our A-list and our VIP clients when we need that special touch in London.
Absolutely.
They always go there.
I know, well that's where I have it done, and that's where I discovered it. I mean, quite a few years ago actually. And then I heard that Jennifer Lopez actually has the machine, and Madonna has the machine, and they use it all the time.
There's so many people who can have the machine.
You can have the facial how many times?
As much as you want every day.
As much as you want, exactly.
We always say do the treatment, it will last you about 7 days. But what's interesting is when you use the product, it really lasts as long as you want to, because it's the only facial that doesn't wash off. We're working within the skin and with the skin to get hydration there. So provided you keep topping up the reserves, it will work. And that takes us to why this is really
special. Great, let's do it.
We take our step 1, which is our daily serum.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a low microwave of hyaluronic acid. Now we talked about
gorgeous to put on. Oh my god, I love it.
It's
like a gel based, isn't it?
Well, this is a serum based.
Serum based, so it's like water.
Yeah. So let me put it in your hand here. Okay. and we'll just rub it into place so you can see what that feels like. Now just describe that to...
It's just like silk, actually. It's, if you can describe a liquid silk, it's so
Now if you look
soft.
immediately, it's gone straight into the skin, it's not hanging around on the top.
Yes.
That's because we're working with a microweight. Now if you go everyone from boots to hands, right? Every product, when you talk about cosmetics, has hyaluronic acid.
Yes.
Most brands work with a larger molecule, and that has a really hard time penetrating the top of the skin and just kind of sits there. We're all about going deep and doing the work that it needs to do. So now that we've revived the skin by bringing down that low weight of HA, aloe vera, green tea, vitamins A, C, and E, we're really giving a tall drink of water to the skin. We then go to a medium weight, which is a hydration gel.
Right.
Now the small weight, as quick as it wants to go in, it wants to jump back out again. So we have to seal that in place. What we do then is we replenish, so we're filling even more hydration, more HA, more wonderful skin nourishers in place, and we've created that space for it.
So it's almost like a sort of thick, cooling gel. That's what it feels like.
It's wonderful, yeah. But as you notice, it's thick to touch, but then it immediately blends away. So then we're going to do step 3, and that's going to protect us against the outside aggressors. You know, rob our youth and steal our moisture.
Which is what?
Pollutants is one thing, you know, the smog and the living in a city is all very bad for our skin. Also travel is very bad for us, it steals that too.
Yes,
also things that we can
flying.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So alcohol, too much sugar, too much wheat. And you know, there's sort of a lot of studies that show that we lose a lot of the things that keep us looking perky and fresh when we do that.
Wasn't it like you just say greasy food?
Greasy food,
spicy food.
Anything that's going to react to the skin and change the quality of it, we want to be mindful of. So
Right.
we want to protect as much as we can.
Okay.
Remember, we're working within the skin to replenish our hydration for dehydrated.
Yeah.
And now we want to do topical moisturization. So we have each step, 1, 2, 3, throughout the skin is hydrated.
Okay, alright,
So we do the final step here.
I love this, this sort of silky, creamy thing.
And it's the most amazing geranium smell, geraniol, which is the natural antioxidant.
It does smell so good. Now we've been having an argument because, as most of you know, I only use gel-based products because I break out with the cream. Now, apparently, if I get through a certain amount of a period of time of using it, like a week, you say I'll get over that hump, and this is completely necessary because otherwise I'm not locking in all the goodness from the first 2 steps.
Well, that's the whole point, because what we want to do is we want to lock that in place so we can really do the work. We don't want it escaping up into the ether, right? No, running or ballowing out of our face, no. So we want to hold it down and put it to work.
Yeah, lock it down.
Now, I think the thing is you do have sensitive skin, so you've been drawn to gel products.
Yeah,
well, I think sometimes what one needs to do is we can get very sort of trepidatious about trying something new.
Well,
and so what I would encourage you to do is try and get acclimated to it. Test your skin, see where it can go with it. You know, it's similar protocol I would say when you start like a retinoid. You know you're going to go through a period of time where your skin's like, well, what is that?
Yeah.
And you've got to get through the other side of it. But this is incredibly nourishing. I've done it on 50 celebrities and nobody's had a reaction to it.
Really?
Yeah. So, you know, I always say,
oh my god, I'm actually scared.
If we can trust them with it and they're relying on me to make them look good in a nanosecond, then you know you can take a little chill pill and maybe try a cream.
Okay, now my argument with you was, because you said you needed to lock it down to protect us from all these, you know, kind of exterior pollutants and stuff. So my argument was, well, I use the first 2 steps and then I put on a factor 50, which I've been told is the barrier to all these pollutants, and you disagree with me.
I do disagree with you, because unless you're working with a very, very clever SPF that's magical and unheard of in the industry, it's got one function really to do, and that is to prevent the rays of the sun converting to melanin in our skin. Okay? To prevent us getting the damage, and obviously we know the outcomes of that if we do too much sun.
Yes.
I will always say that SPF should be an essential part of your routine. So even though we advocate 1, 2, 3, it should really be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we're going to do the serum, the gel, the cream, and then I would go into the SPF there.
Fine. Okay, so you will do it. You're going to take me through these deliriously gorgeous little bottles.
Yeah. So once
which is just like heaven.
This is our booster collection. So once you have your hydration really taken care of.
These are the booster collections, right?
Yes, exactly. So, there's 4 of them.
Okay. So
once we've addressed your hydration, we can get very specific and targeted. So the collagen is available, all of them, in a professional treatment. So if you go to Waterhouse Young, Dr. Rita Rakers in London, or many other places close to you, then you will be able to have a targeted approach, and you do that in a serum. Now at home, you would take either of these at 1 or 2 pumps to step 1. Remember, serum is the delivery system. We're driving down those actives. So the collagen is an amazing product because it gives an amazing lift to the contour.
Really?
It fills out the face and it binds moisture and collagen-packed little parcels together. So upon action and activation in the skin, they start to get to work. They actually send a very clever message to the collagen production to say, oh no, we're running out of collagen, please make more.
Love
it. It's like the marriage party.
Wait, can't we just apply this all day?
You can.
Really?
Now this is a really good entry point to the brand. So, this is a bit of a financial commitment. So the daily serum itself is £125.
Right.
If you want to start with something, you can start with the booster for £50.
Okay.
Okay. It's not always just an addition to that. It's got the same sort of serum, but it's got that extra notch.
So how would you use that then if you didn't have this?
1-2 as a serum replace whatever
No
you're using.
way.
Next up
Vitamin A.
is vitamin A, and that's also nighttime.
That's nighttime.
So that's working on cell turnover. That's also if you're somebody who's quite congested, you have sort of acneic prone skin, this is really good to kind of get you in the sloughing off and the turnover of the cells.
And all of these you can use just individually?
Individually.
As in without the Intraceuticals,
Absolutely.
the Rejuvenate,
you can use them by yourself.
Okay.
And then, so I would pair those two for evening.
Okay, and then we have antioxidants.
Which is an unbelievable product. So if you've been traveling, if you're tired, if you've got that grey cast to your skin and you just look like a cadaver, this will put the colour back in your skin pre-foundation. So we're using the Kakadu plum from Australian rainforest. It's got 1,000 times the antioxidant properties of vitamin C.
Wow!
So we can really perk you up and we can get all those cracks, those
love
clogging of face,
that.
get away from us, right? And get the colour back and fresh and get the pollutants out of our skin, frankly.
So so that's the morning, is it?
That's morning.
And evening? Or just morning?
Well, you'll do morning and evening.
Well, I've been doing a whole lot.
The prescription would be morning antioxidant and vitamin C.
This is vitamin C plus 3. What does
so
that
there's
mean?
3 forms of vitamin C in here.
Right.
We work with a carrot polypeptide. We work with nanopeptide 1. So it's very technical terms, basically meaning the body receives the vitamin C in 3 different ways, and it's working at 3 different levels of the skin.
Okay.
So we actually send a message in this with the peptide we use to prevent the hormone that produces melanin of communicating that message when you're in the sun, so that you're not producing new pigmentation. And similarly, at the time we're working on pre-existing pigmentation, whether it's sun-related or sort of post-inflammatory, if we picked a spot, it will help remove those marks out of the skin.
So I'm just saying, people really should start investing, sort of women should and men should start investing in things like these kind of products, because if we're veering away from all this, contouring and the makeup, the heavy makeup that the Kardashians have promoted so highly, and now it's becoming just all about fresh skin and youthful looks.
Want to look like Adela King? Intraceuticals 1, 2, 3. That's really what you have to remember.
I am obsessed by these products. I am. And Gavin, I'm obsessed by you.
Love you.
So much. I love you to bits. Such a pleasure to always have you.
Thank you.
We met through Intraceuticals, and I feel so blessed because of that.
Well, I actually stalked you on Instagram, so remember, followers, DM her. She may respond.
You did. You did. Anyway, I love you.
Love you.
So that is Intraceuticals, and it's available online.
Online, www.intraceuticals.com. And if you go there, you can find the local clinic to where you live, and we can get you topped up.
And it's worldwide, isn't it?
We're in 50 countries
50
worldwide.
countries. Okay.
And,
Amazing. So there you go. Sending you loads of love as always.